Welcome to JGod Gaming. In today's video, I'm going to be focusing on the map Aachen and how to play the map using my spawn guide for Team Deathmatch in Call of Duty World War II. So on the screen is actually the spawn locations for this map. So knowing where your teammates are, you can predict pretty easily where the enemy team is going to be spawning from. With this map, this will be the last map in this series until the DLC comes out. I'll probably be moving on to other modes like Domination, Hardpoint, Capture the Flag, Gridiron, whatever the case is for the specific maps. While the map's still loading in, I want to try something a little different. In the comment section below, if you are a subscriber, just go ahead and post a comment, subscriber. And if you're new to the channel and this is the first time you've seen this video, you barely found my channel, just go ahead and put new. And then go ahead and like the video if you do enjoy it at all. I kind of want to have an idea of how many subscribers and how many new people are coming to the channel through these types of videos. So now let's get into a little bit of the gameplay. So I know the enemy team is going to be pushing from the top side of the map. And as long as we don't push too deep into the spawn, we should be able to maintain good spawn control. Obviously I'm playing against bots because the whole purpose is to show that these are the real spawns and that this is how they actually maneuver and move as you play the game. Very often, a lot of times, people want to just put out highlight gameplays and they show all this cool stuff where they go on streaks, but in reality, that's not really helpful because, they have a certain skill set that maybe, you can't match or I can't match based purely off of gun skill. But with this type of gameplay, you can really kind of learn how to navigate the map better and how to outplay your opponents because often people can have quicker reaction time, better aim, better all kinds of things. It just depends on how you enjoy playing the game. It looks like the spawns just flipped, so what I'm going to do is position myself on the opposite side where the bottom spawns are and drop my paratroopers over there. Ideally, with streaks like paratroopers, you want to make sure the spawns have just flipped or are not going to flip before you drop them in. And ideally, you want to drop paratroopers in the enemy spawn. Since the paratroopers can do a pretty good job of spawn trapping enemies and kind of just controlling them in their spawn since they won't actually flip them. So you can see the paratroopers are going off. Obviously with the real people, the paratroopers probably be dying. These are recruit bots, so they're nothing special. So obviously the paratroopers will go off on them, but paratroopers can be pretty effective in the enemy spawn. Also artillery barrage, same thing. You probably won't get as many people running into it as the bots would. But it does do a good job of locking down an area, especially when the spawns are very limited on certain maps. You can actually drop the artillery barrage in one of the designated spawns while actually positioning yourself as a spawn block where they won't actually be able to spawn where you're standing, so that they really have no alternative but to spawn under the artillery barrage. They will get a little bit of spawn protection, but not too much, and often you can usually pick up maybe 2 or 3 kills from that, which is more effective than just dropping it randomly on the map. So as you can see in the clip, I'm trying to manipulate the spawn a little bit. Looks like they're all coming from this corner section. I just went in that corner on the top left and just kind of repositioning because I want to make sure that I'm showing how the spawns actually flip. So the spawns again are going to start coming out on the other side. So I go ahead and rush to the other side again, knowing that the enemy team is going to be coming from all 3 of those bottom spawns. Nothing crazy, it's just from that corner, the other corner, and then that little hallway in that bottom. So just pretty much rotating back and forth, and that kind of gives you a good indication. You can see where all my teammates are. They're all to the right. There is one behind me, so pretty much until one of my teammates spawns in front of me, I have a good indication of where the enemy team is going to be coming from, and that's all this bottom, left, and right side. So it'll continue to stay that way until we push far enough into the spawn. You can see that no one's really in that spawn area, and they're all 3 of them when I just looked at that overview. So I continue to do this process. You can look at the overview when you play online as well. You just want to do it real quickly and get good at doing it, where you time your mini-map with your recon plane so that you get that pass by and they'll actually be on there and you get a good idea of map awareness. So again, I come around over here, I dropped another paratroopers in the spawn. It looks like the teammate ran kind of through the spawn, and now I see one coming out that way, and you can see they all popped out of that top left building, and it just continues this process going on and on. So a lot of times with other games, it was a little bit easier to predict because the way the mini-map was shaped and the information you got from the mini-map was a little bit better. And then also different things about navigating through the maps were a little bit different the way the spawns work. So in this specific game, the spawns are so dang rigid, it's just a matter of positioning yourself, knowing where enemies are going to be. Obviously, certain enemies are going to run mountain or be good so they can flank or try to flank. But in the end, it's pretty predictable where they're going to be coming from. I don't consider these necessarily spawn trapping. You're just using the map awareness to your advantage. And a lot of times people don't really see it like that. They see, oh, I'm getting killed coming out of my spawn. Well, you're only going to spawn in one location, so I don't have much alternative other than just to play smart. And for me and my play style, all I can really do is play smart. I have an okay amount of gun skill. I'm not the best, and I've seen plenty of people that are significantly better than me, and I don't try to flaunt or show off that I'm good at the game. I'm just play the game smartly. So that's all these videos are really about, is just learn how to play smartly. If you have tons of gun skill, you're going to be able to maximize it even further than I can. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, go ahead and remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Go ahead and make sure you leave that feedback down in the comments section as a subscriber, or give me some ideas for future videos of content you'd like to see. Thank you again for watching, and as always, have a great day.